Hey everybody, I want to do just a quick little video. One of the new grinds that I want to do in Dream Edition is Course 11, and I want to show you guys what makes the star difficult and just all the parts. I just want to give my commentary on thoughts of the star. This isn't really something that I planned to do. I just thought it might be fun, and if you guys enjoy just watching this kind of almost Let's Play style, you can just tell me, and I'll make more of these videos. So this entire beginning is really actually difficult, this level. You may have seen, the first star in this level took me like 8 hours to get, because I couldn't get this beginning once. It's a really hard beginning, there's so much stupid parts to it, and it's really difficult. The way I do this beginning though is a little weird, and normally what people do is they do this like intended, which has like some quicksand lip grabs and stuff, but I just do some wall kicks like that. I think that's a much easier way to get past this beginning. For this part, you just have to do a little bit of this. You know, it's nothing too difficult. You want to make sure that you ground pound on that slope, so we just have more control over yourself. Yeah. Going on slopes is really scary in this game because there's just so much that can go wrong. You know, so you want to make sure that you have as much control over yourself on the slopes as possible. 2, 1, 2, just jump over here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So for this part, I actually have, I'm going to save state actually, I have something kind of interesting, and that is that I can actually manipulate how this heave-ho works in my favor by just getting him to target me right as he's deactivating. That actually makes it so it's a lot easier to just be okay. And you can actually chill in this corner here. And if you chill in this corner, this guy just can't get you, which makes this part easier, obviously, because you can just jump across with almost no hesitation. This part is actually kind of weird because this jump seems just like a random filler jump for this red coin, but this jump is actually pretty difficult in my opinion. You have to get some momentum, and you need a really good triple jump dive. I think this is actually one of the harder jumps in this entire star. Thankfully it's right at the beginning, but it's still hard. And this rollout's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of inconsistent how the rollout works here. I think you want a first frame rollout, and that will get you back farther. Maybe, I'm not sure. No, not really. Yeah. I think holding down left works. Yeah, holding down left works. Okay. So you get over here, and then you get to this section, which is kind of weird. You want to wall kick here, so you dodge the fire, but this fire is very inconsistent. I feel. I at least right now, I was probably better at this. I was more, well, even then I was still inconsistent because sometimes you just die to this for no reason, for no explainable reason. Yeah, it despawns too. Maybe I want to go up so that way it'll go away. Okay, yeah, that seems more consistent. Also, there's a red coin here. I 50% of the time I forget that red coin, so that's one that I need to make sure that I get. Get up here, blind jump. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can just YOLO that, but it's actually really hard. It's easier to just come over here first, I think. But you still have this jump, which is kind of awkward and scary, but what are you gonna do about it? And then this jump, which is weird chucky shit. Then there's this jump, which is possibly the worst jump in the entire level. This is a double firstie. There's nothing you can do about this. You cannot get up this without 2 firsties. You can align this in a way that you can recover like this, and you can do that infinitely. But this is just a double firstie, and if you need to just get this. It's really hard, it's not easy at all, and there you go. And then there's this red coin. I feel like a lot of red coin level are honestly not that notable. A lot of them are just kind of alright dude, whatever. Just get that red coin, you know. I wonder if you could QSLG from that point, by the way. You probably can, I'm just too scared to try it out. So you get across here, and then, remember this section, because it'll be important later. Yeah. There's a heave-ho here. Usually you want to listen to him, but I have my volume fairly low so it doesn't pick up on the mic and you guys don't like hear double audio. This part's kind of dumb. There's like a slope here that, you know, whatever. I feel like the best way to describe this level is that it's like a bunch of... It's a bunch of like filler jumps, like that's the whole level. Like a bunch of filler jumps. There's nothing too notable about it. You don't have to land on the slope, by the way, but I think I will, because if you go backwards on it, it's like easy to jump off it. At least for me. It's not necessarily easy, it's just easier, I guess. There's actually a pretty sneaky red here, by the way. It's like in this little alcove. There's a red coin. Really sneaky red coin. This is honestly like a really good red coin placement, in my opinion. In terms of like making it like a hidden thing. You actually want to kill this Chuck, yeah, because you don't want him to get in your way. This part's actually fairly easy, thankfully. You know, there's this Goomba here, which you want to kill. Pretty much any enemy, you're gonna be retreading a lot of ground on this level. Like, there's so much stuff that you have to do multiple times in this level that you want to really get a lot of the enemies out of the way. This part is actually fairly weird. You can like clip into the ceiling, and then if you jump across this, you can just get over here without having to do like any awkward jumps. It's kind of weird, but you know, it works, so might as well use it. There's a scuttlebug here, you know, scuttlebugs. If you watched Course 12 120s, if you watched me stream that, you would know that I got really angry over scuttlebugs because they were giving me bad RNG. This section entirely is just kind of free. This is a throwaway section. I'm considering actually doing this section later in the attempt, like doing it later, because I will be coming back here later. Just once though. Yeah, only once. So, you know, I kind of have to come back here. So, yeah. And see, this is part of the reason why you want to remove the enemies, because now look, now there's nobody here to kill me. I'm just good. I can just jump down. More dumb enemies. Yeah. So this level is apparently based on like this level from Parallel Stars, and yeah, I remember seeing that and it was just like, what the hell did Rambi do to this level? Look how he butchered it. Okay, so here's like the only side path that's really hard in this level. The Star 1 side path here. So it doesn't start that bad. It just starts as like some traditional wall kicks. You know, you got this little wall kick section. You know, nothing too difficult. You know, you've probably done shit like this before. And then it's like, okay, we're getting a little precise here. You know, you need to actually position yourself well here to hit these walls. And now we have like a little, you know, you gotta bend around the wall. Then there's like some precise wall kicks that are actually really easy, so they're not that precise. You know. You just slowly go down. It's kind of natural how this works out. It's really natural. I'm actually gonna save state here because I have something to show you. So like, you have to like line this up, and the way I line it up is that if you look at the texture, it's like a T. So I just like go past like the long stick of the T, and now like I'm lined up. So now I can just go like boom, and see, look, that's lined up. So now I just need to line it up. So that way, now I just need to get the ledge grab, which is actually quite hard. It's actually pretty hard to get this ledge grab here. It's pretty precise. You need a really good wall kicks. Maybe coming down from the bottom there is better. Yeah. You want to be going straight when you get that other wall kick, because like you want to have as little distance like that. There we go. Yeah. It's sometimes hard to like get like the inputs you want, you know, because like your brain gets confused and it's like pushing the wrong buttons like that. I feel like that's what was going on there for me. At least, why I kept messing that up. So you get over here, coming over here. There's some easy jumps after this, you know. Star 1 is actually fairly easy for the most part. It's just, there is one part of this that's actually really notable, and it's a Red's exclusive part. And unfortunately, it's not Red Coin exclusive because it's an actual red coin you need to get, but it's something way dumber. And hey look, we have one of the few caps in Second Run, because Second Run doesn't actually have that many caps. There's caps in Course 9, there's caps in, there's no caps in Course 10 or Course 8. There's a cap in Course 11 right here, it's the metal cap. By the way, there's like a specific way to do this, that way you actually hit this wall. It's a little tricky, but it's not too hard. But there is a specific way you have to do that, you can't just YOLO that. But as you can see, it's consistent. Anyways, like course 12 has a vantage cap, but nothing else. Course 13 doesn't have any caps. Course 14 doesn't have any caps. Course 15 doesn't have any caps. Everlasting Encore has like a wing cap and I think a metal cap. And then T-Dawn has a metal cap. It doesn't have a vantage cap, I'm actually not sure. I don't think it does. Yeah, that's all the caps. Hey look, it's a troll star. A really obvious troll star. So silly. I like it though. Yeah. There's actually is a normal star there that box as a star, but you know, we're not going for that obviously. Yeah. At this point I believe this is the 10th red coin. So, you know. Once we get the 16th then we'll start seeing numbers. Pretty nice. Alright, so I believe it's right here. You can walk up to the quicksand, then you just jump down, and that actually lines you up perfectly to land on this platform. So there's no way to skip this part, because if you look at this room, this is actually a completely enclosed room that I'm in right now. The only way to get across, to get back to the beginning here, is actually to do these wall kicks again. However, there's a problem when you do these wall kicks again. It's going to become pretty apparent pretty soon. So you get across here, yeah, it's whatever, you know. This is pretty easy. It's a bit of a weird camera angle, but, you know, because, like, you're used to the normal one, but, yeah, it's easy. And then you get to this part, and so you might think, oh, I'll just jump over this, right? That's not gonna work. So the only way that you can do this is if you build up speed by getting firsties. You need a couple firsties to make this part work. And it's really dumb. I just need to build up speed of firsties, and then not only that, but I need a precise positioning to make it work even with the firsties, like that. And that's the only way to get across that. And yeah, so that's why the star 1 path is such a roadblock. Just because of that one part is just fucking brutal. But if you get past that, you are not done yet. You can actually jump back there, but you're not supposed to go there. So you're not even close to done with the star, because the star, you know, it keeps on giving. So this section actually has a fuck ton of invisible walls, and it's really annoying. I'm not encountering too many recently though, so either he removed them or I'm just getting lucky. Because I definitely remember encountering some invisible walls when going for certain strats. There we go. That's an invisible wall. I think if I just go more down, okay, never mind. Alright, well, the invisible wall is eternal and I will never avoid it. Maybe above the quicksand or something? Okay, yeah. Alright, dude, cool invisible walls. Of course, alternatively, alright, I think a better strat is just like this. Yeah, that's probably safer, because like there's invisible walls all along the top, I think. I don't know. And I'm not really like an expert on these invisible walls. Definitely something I should practice more though, because yeah, I don't want that happening. But it seems pretty safe near the bottom. Like, no, never mind. It's not safe anywhere. God damn it, Randy. I really hate shit like this. It's so dumb that this is in the game in like this state. It's just like, why did you release the game in this state if it was broken? Well, it's okay, because you can always do intended. Because intended is just like this. You get it on these things, and then you get on these things. I guess intended is actually fairly simple, so I should probably do intended, you know, because I feel like intended is actually fairly easy, and it's safer. There's no invisible walls. Yeah, this is definitely something I'll look into. And then this jump is just like whatever. So you get up here, and there's actually one part here that I really, okay, that's one way to fuck up. So there's actually a part here coming up that I really dislike for some reason. I don't know, I just do. Oh, when I paused, oh, never mind. I thought you saw something else when I paused. I thought you saw a much worse red coin than that one. That one I think is one of the free ones. Because the level does have free red coins for some reason, which, you know, is really weird. It's like, dang. Like, this level could easily have 22 red coins, honestly. So you come up here, and here you have this part. You actually don't have to climb up there, which is really nice. That door up there is actually the door to Bowser 2, but you don't need to even touch it. So instead, I'll just come over here, land on this little block, and instead I have something a little more interesting to deal with. Landing on this slope here is actually really awkward. It's really hard to tell where you are relative to the slope for some reason. So you just kind of have to wing it like that. See how hard it is? Like, it definitely looked like I was, if anything, going to touch the quicksand, but it just doesn't work like that. You really have to train your brain to read that completely differently. It's so weird. Alternatively, there's also some other strategies you can do. One of them involves like doing this, but like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should experiment, because like, it's not too hard, but it is a bit more dangerous, I feel, almost. It's also like triple jumping, but you have to like go neutral, and it's kind of awkward there, because, you know, if you go neutral, well, I guess just hold back, really. Triple jumping, double jump kicking, those are just some alternative strats. Definitely something I need to mess around with. Because like double jump seems good, but like you just saw, I didn't really get that much height there. Yeah, double jump kicking seems good. Really all these strats seem decent to some extent. Maybe, I think triple jumping will probably be what I settle on. Seems the safest. So anyway, you wait for this guy to line up because you gotta. And then like you jump to the right here because, yeah. If you jump straight, you're gonna die there. So, you know, jump to the right. It's one thing you gotta remember. This isn't just a test of skill, it's also a test of memory, because you gotta remember exactly where to jump off the level to not die. Here's another one of those Chuck kids that you want to kill. You know, just that way he can't kill you. None of the cubes, by the way, have like a red coin in their center. It's only that one near the beginning of the level that had one in its center. The others don't have anything. They're just like copy and paste structures. You know, nothing too notable. So you get up here, and then you come over here. You come over here, and then like, yeah, then there's this part, which is pretty free, but there is a bit of jank here. So you come back, so going back from this part, as you can see, he put a nice little patch here that you can't even stand on, and you can't walk on it either. It just makes you slide. It's not like standable ground. One way that you could do this is that you could roll out from here like this if you wanted to, but I think it's just easier to just go for the tried and true double jump kick, and that works, I think, a lot better. The rollout does work though, and that is faster, I think, and it does look cooler. By the way, there's another Hepo here, so watch out for that guy. I think there's a Chucky on this. Okay, there's not. I was mistaken. So now there's this part, which is kind of spooky. So you have like this little slope. You can, if you wanted to, get across this entire thing with a slope jump and a kick. But I personally believe that it's easier to bait the fire like that and then just jump across like that. That's just my opinion. I think Gion just jumps across the whole slope. I personally think that strat's easier. Make sure you jump to the left side here, because the right side has quicksand. Yeah, that's one of those little dumb things. One of like the dumb little quirks of this level. So you come up here, right, and you'd be probably pretty happy with yourself to like, you know, you're making progress. And now here we're gonna get to the reclaim portion level. So we start with this part, which is kind of dumb. You know, start with this shit, which is like, what the fuck are you doing? But that part's not that hard, right? You know, it's a little awkward because you need a really good wall kick on that one, on that one particular one of the, on like one particular fucking part of that. But whatever, not that bad, right? You land on this, and then like on this, and then like go left a little bit, get some momentum, do like a Z, jump dive, you know, basic stuff. It's still hard, but like it's not too difficult, you know. I think that part is definitely fairly doable. That's not like the awful part of this path. This path is definitely like harder than average for this level, but I think I will lose some runs to this. But I don't think it's that bad, because like the only real progress that I'm losing out of this is like I have to get past star 1, but I feel like it's just some firsties. You know, I did that for course 13, for example, and the ones in course 13 were even harder. So I honestly think that it's not too awful. And it's definitely something that can be learnable. Don't enter that door. This is the door to course 9. If you don't know, this is where you would go to enter Bottomless Cradle. Because it's this part of the level. You know, which is all the way up above everything. But the real reason we came here is because there's a red coin, but there's no way to get back up, so you have to jump back down. Yeah. And then, you know, heave ho, you gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for air heave hos in so many instances in Hack. There's a swag strat, by the way, if you want to do that. It's faster, but it's harder. So, you know, probably don't do it. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. I tried to side flip, but I guess this is slippery. Because I definitely felt like I slid on that for a lot longer than usual, but I could be wrong. You know, boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, that's a cool little backup. If you miss that, just make sure you hold A so that way you wall kick. This part is really weird to me because I feel like it looks like there's supposed to be something hidden here, but there's just not. There's nothing hidden here. You do want to kill that guy though, so you can QSLG in peace. I don't think you have to though. You know, there's some like kind of tricky shit here, but like it's nothing that you can't handle. You don't even really need to kill that guy because we're not coming back here. We only need to come here once for one particular red coin. That's in a pretty shitty spot though. Normally you'd wait for that HEFO, by the way. Alright, so you come over here. This is star 2, by the way, marked on Burning Quicksand. So you come over here, and here's a little note about this red coin. If you come from here, you will get invisibled. If you come from this side, you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, and this is a reclimb red coin, so I have to reclimb. The best way to do that is to jump like that. You skip a couple jumps if you jump like that, so you want to do that. It's the fastest way to get there. You don't have... This reclimb, honestly, not that bad of a reclimb. There's not that much that you have to retread, and it's especially nothing hard that you have to retread, just like that one awkward slope jump. But this is definitely a reclimb heavy stage, because this is the shortest of the reclimbs, and there's 3 of them. And, yeah, one of them is particularly bad. And you'll see that one next, because that's the next reclimb I'm going to be doing. Because it's obviously the one that's next likely to kill you, because yeah. The only reason I do the one first is because of the path you have to go to being harder than usual. But I don't know, maybe eventually I'll switch the route to do that later, but like, I don't know, it's definitely scary. Oh, that's a death. Where am I? Oh my god, I have to redo the entire reclimb section again because I never save stated. Oops. That's a bit of a mistake. I've definitely been a lot more frugal with my save states the later I get into this, which is not really beneficial to me. Because it's like, you know, I'm not dying anyway. Okay, that was weird. I hit like a slope, I'm pretty sure. So much weird collision shit in Mario 64, you know? So weird. Like, I can't believe like a hack like KBR1 exists, where just like, you're just constantly dying to collision. Like, that's so ridiculous to me. By the way, you can actually negate fall damage there and like by a slide kick, and I think I did that in some of my videos. The slide kick's definitely the coolest way to do that, because like, I don't know, slide kicks are just so swag. I love them. It's one of my favorite moves in Mario's moveset. Okay, this time let's make sure we save state. Oh, that's a new invisible wall. Never hit that one before. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember now. The way that you did this was you slid onto this and then you jumped. Yeah. That's another way to do that. A little scarier though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll mess around with that. I'm pretty sure I did that in one of my attempts, but I'm not sure. Definitely a scary way though. Maybe an easier one. So you come up here, but instead of going over there, instead we're just going to jump over here and left grab. Nothing too hard. So I actually really dislike this part because it has like some really annoying jumps, and this is the worst of them. This jump is so fucking precise, dude. So it's like, it starts not that bad, and then all of a sudden you have these fucking wall kicks, which are just terrible. They're so precise, you gotta hold up like the whole time. Well, not the whole time, because you saw the holding up there killed me. But you need to strain a lot for these to work. See what I mean? Yeah, there you go. I'm definitely not super comfortable with those. This red coin is weird. Oh, I hit F4 instead of F5. So what, like the normal way, the red coinless path is for you to do like this. You're supposed to like jump on these, but I think this is actually really challenging. Well, I guess not that challenging because I just did it for free there. But I think getting this red coin actually makes this part easier because like that can happen. Oh wow. Well, I got it twice, but like I remember struggling with that. I don't know. I'm more comfortable just getting the red coin here normally. I think it's easier. Just some easy wall kicks. And then you get across here, is a triple jump dive. Here's another free red coin. You know, that one's actually pretty hard to miss. And then we're up here. Wait for this guy, because he's a bit of an asshole. Or you can just do that and just like avoid the ledge grab. That's another way to avoid that. This is actually a pretty cool like mandatory chain long jump. Or like, I don't think it's mandatory, but it definitely flows better if you do a long jump there. So, most of these side jumps haven't been too awful, but this one's actually pretty bad. You have to like line yourself up like this. And then you have to just go for it. And good luck, because this is actually some pretty precise wall kicks. So you come up here and like you go across. Yeah. I actually really like this wall kick section. I think it's fun. Oh, well, that's not fun. I guess I could save myself from this, but I'd have to reclaim the whole level. But it's better than death, right? You know, it is in fact better than death. So yeah, you want to like get across here and all this shit. It's pretty precise, you know, with some of these wall kicks. Like these ones are easy. It's when you get to the vertical poles that it gets a bit more difficult. You have some of these. You want to make sure that you strain that really long, or like make that. You want to basically make that last, and like here you need to hold up for you need to strain so much there, so that way you can get across. It's actually pretty challenging. And you like get across here, and then this part. So here, normally you're supposed to wall kick across this whole thing. That's really difficult though. So instead of doing it the cool way, you just QSLG across this whole thing. And it's fucking boring. There's not really much to say about it. I really like the music on the stage, by the way. It's a really nice tune. It's very intense, but it really gets you in the mood to play the game. That's what I like about it. So you get across this whole entire thing. I've always said that I don't really mind QSLGs, because I don't, frankly. I think they're not as bad as a lot of people say they are. But, you know, they're definitely not my favorite type of gameplay. But they're definitely something that makes me feel a bit calm, because it's like, oh, what? I ledge grabbed. In some way I ledge grabbed. I'm not really sure how I ledge grabbed, because I don't think I touched the stick. I don't know how I ledge grab. I was resting the stick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. QSLGs, I think, like, they're just something nice, because it's like something that I know I'm not going to die to, really. Unless, like, I really mess it up. Because I've died to QSLGs, and it hurts, because that's usually in, like, the dumbest way possible that I mess up a QSLG. So I really hate when I do it, but it doesn't happen too often. So you get over here, don't ledge grab. I don't even know how I ledge grab, but okay. You can actually see where the heave-ho is by turning your camera like that. And you see that red right there, and yeah. It's as bad as it looks. So, yeah, you come all the way over here, and you see that chain link fence, or not, like the chain platform, and you may be remembering, hey, this looks familiar, where did I see that chain before? And then you come down here, and it's like, oh, good lord, that's terrible, yeah. They make you reclimb the entire fucking level. It's unavoidable, there's no way to get back up from there. There's just a full stage reclimb. Nothing you can do about it. Reclimbs definitely bring down Dream Edition. It's definitely something terrible in the game, and I wish it wasn't there. It's so shit. You know, like, they just shouldn't exist. Like, frankly, like, nobody likes them. Nobody likes reclimbs in this game or in really any extreme hack. So, I really don't understand why Rambi put so many in this game. It doesn't make sense to me because he didn't do it in Treasure World. Treasure World had no reclimbs to my knowledge. Well, it had like a small reclimb in TD, but it was incredibly small reclimb. Like it was basically not even a reclimb. You just did like one section again, you know, which isn't that bad, you know. It's nothing compared to like Crudello, which makes you do one of the hardest parts of the level several times. You know, it's nothing compared to that. And then this game just goes super overboard with the reclimbs, because in Crudello's reclimbs, you know, Crudello at least has the argument to be made that at the very least, Crudello, you know, it doesn't have many hard jumps. It just has that really hard beginning. But making the player do almost everything again in this level is ridiculous. The star would definitely be a lot harder though if the reclimb made you reclimb from spawn. That would make the star like fucking ridiculously hard, because you would have to redo the brutal spawn again, and that would just be terrible. I would fucking despise that so much. I'm really glad that Rambi was nice enough to at least not make you reclimb that, but it's still pretty brutal, because it just makes the star so much longer, because you just gotta do all of this shit again, and you know, it's ridiculous. You know, try not to die to dumb shit. At the very least, there's like less stuff to do because we got the red coins already, so we just have to like get across. Like, you know, no more of that, you know, weird wall kick section. You can just jump down. Oh, whoa, okay, that was weird. I didn't think I was gonna ledge grab there. Part of this game makes me want to play like Raiden 2, because like a lot of the music in this game is from that game, so I want to like hear it like its natural environment. I've never really been great at shoot 'em ups, but you know, I feel like I would enjoy it at least somewhat. Dude, get up these stairs. They're not even hard. They're not even stairs. They're just weird rectangular prisms. This level is very geometrical, for better or for worse, and obviously that's just because of the stage it's based on. It's very geometrical because of that. But still pretty awkward. It obviously doesn't. It obviously looks very like like formulaic almost, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like it looks like it was made to be like a platforming challenge and less like an actual world. And I can understand how that can be appealing to some. I personally prefer this like, you know, a bit more realistic environment because I think that looks better. I just think it looks cooler. But I can see why people, you know, just prefer or like don't really care about and like graphics. I personally truly like I don't care that much about it, but I just like it when the worlds just look a little more realistic in like Mario 64. Because I feel like it's something that is really hard to do. So like whenever you see it like in KBRX, which actually had some fairly reasonable like visuals in terms of like being an actual place and not just a Mario 64 level, you know, it's impressive when you see it, and it's nice to see it. KBRX in general was just really nice to look at, and it had some really interesting shit to it, and then that's why I like the game so much. Even though it did have some things that were just kind of meh, you know? Like some of the gimmicks in some of the levels were just like, bro, what are you doing? Bloody. Why would you make this? You know. But, you know, it's no big deal. You know, every extreme hack's gonna have a couple of stars that you just don't care for. In my opinion. I think it's impossible to make a hack with entirely good stars. Because there's gonna be at least one concept that you personally like, but, you know, no one else really does. So, yeah. Anyway, coming up here, there's one more reclimb, and it's this one right here. Just gotta take the L. Just gotta. I'm pretty sure there's a 1-up on this building, by the way. I wonder if we can actually reach that. I'm gonna try to reach it. Obviously, I wouldn't do this in a real time because it's harder than just jumping down. Maybe you need like really fucking good chain long jump. Actually, would be good there. Like a really fast chain LJ. Like look at that. And then second frame. Really hard fucking 1-up to get. So yeah, probably won't be going for that one in attempts. Just saying. This reclimb's not nearly as bad though, as you can see. You know, instead of being placed at the, like near the beginning, just after like the firsties, you know, instead I'm just right here. You know, I'm past a lot of the more boring parts. I think. Get to some of the more interesting parts. I like this level, by the way. You know, I'm kind of been shitting on it this whole time because it is kind of curious, some of the game design decisions that were made in this level, but I like it. I think it's fun. It's a fun level. It's a unique level too, because it's not even like a fucking Treasure World level. It's just, it's basically its own thing. I feel, because like, not that it's completely different from the Parallel Stars level it's based on. Like, it's different spawn, different star locations, different platforming. You know, completely different environment and stuff. It's a really distinct level, and I like that. Cool. Can I just get across this, please? I'm getting greedy. That's what's happening. I'm getting too greedy. I'm going across with, like, way too much angle. I just need to, like, just like, ground pound. And, like, there. See, now I have a good angle, so now I have enough time to turn. I just have to stop being greedy. How I messed up this, though, was beyond me. Definitely one of the more mean Kaizo fires, because that one just kills you, you know. There's no... I mean, you can dodge it, obviously. If you couldn't, then this game would be impossible, but... You know, most Kaizo fires, it's usually just like, haha, you walked, but like next time you're there, you know, you'll remember and you'll be able to dodge it. That one though, it actually poses as an obstacle, and I think it's kind of cool. How it's not just like it's a good fire trap thing. Because Treasure World, the original, definitely overuses the Kaizo fire to like a bit of an obnoxious level, because it always uses it in a place where like it seems like you can just move, but actually you're just gonna die, so... That's actually one thing that's nice about Treasure World. Not Treasure World, TD. Because TD actually has a lot more fair challenges, I feel, than the rest of the game. There's not really, like, any Kaizo fire that I can think of in TD, or anything that's, like, inherently unfair in the level. You know, and that's what I like about it. It's actually a pretty fair level, all things considered. Also, with this section done, we're pretty much completely done with all the normal stuff in this level, and all that's left is just going to be entirely this final tower here. So just know that we're done with the main... Why would I long jump from there? I completely forgot that there was more shit up here. So yeah, but we're done with the main stuff, you know. All that's left is just... all that's left is this ending tower and the final 5 coins. But that doesn't mean that we're necessarily done with repeating content. No, no, no. We never will be. Okay, that's an interesting way to die, I guess. I would definitely be pretty angry at that if I haven't an attempt. Okay, now let's just not fuck it up. Okay. Yeah, you gotta do this section again, but this is the last time we have to do this, I believe. Because we have to do like everything after this again, but this is the last time we have to do this particular jump. So yeah. Say goodbye to this jump, because you'll never see it again in this video. And there's this part, whatever. I'll just do this intended for funsies. Damn. I remember the intended being so much harder. Maybe it's not. Probably isn't, you know. The red coin and intended are easy, I think. So maybe, I guess I can just do both, or either. I'll probably end up sticking, I don't know, intended's kind of scary too, because it's like a slope. I'll probably just stick to the wall kick, probably. But, you know, I don't know. There's definitely still some things I need to work out. This is just like another save state. Let's run through, just like for YouTube, so you guys can see the star and just like see what I'm getting myself into. Yeah, I hope this has been an enjoyable watch, even if it's a very long watch, because I can see the recording's already 40 minutes and we're not even done yet. You know, we still have to do a couple more things, like doing this jump 2 more times. Yeah. We're not done with this yet. We still have to do this 2 more times. Not 1, 2. But this time will be different than last time, because instead of just jumping off as soon as we're done with this part, instead you're actually going to see more of the level. And I died. I really hate turning the camera during wall kicks, because it feels like I'm like, I feel like I'm consistent at it, but like I still die to it, and I hate when I die to it because it's so stupid. It's like, please, dude, why would you make your wall kicks like this that I have to turn the camera mid-wall kick? It's really annoying. Wall Melancholy had a lot of that because there was so many times where you just could not easily see what you were doing. And I hit the wall, but not with enough speed. Alright, so make sure you set that up. God. This is definitely something I'm struggling on recently. Maybe I need more angle, because I remember like not struggling with this so much. So I think maybe it's just my angle that's giving me issues, because I remember like being able to... You know what, I'm gonna actually do something. Oh yeah, because I think I used this angle, not that one. Right, didn't I? Because like I was just like jumping at this. And I'm pretty sure I was using an angle more similar to this. Right? Because I don't remember struggling with this that much. I remember like with like getting across normally. I remember it being fairly easy, right? So maybe it's just like the angle. Maybe I just forgot how I did this. Yeah, look how much easier this is. Like, holy shit. Like, that's still kind of precise, but like not even close to what it was earlier. Yeah, and then like this. Like, okay, yeah. Okay, definitely. Alright, I was definitely just using the wrong visual cue, okay? That's kind of funny. Good thing I realized, though, because I would have been struggling. That's definitely a much better way of doing that, though. Good to know, good to know. I was just using the wrong visual cue. Okay. Whoa, scary. I'm not sure if I'm going to unlist this or upload it publicly yet, you know? I guess it's just a fun little upload that you guys can watch if you want. Something silly, an extra video essentially. I can't wait to start attempting the star though. It looks really enjoyable to me. Like, it's long of course, but it just seems like something that's not going to be too stressful. It's just going to be something fun to just relax with, you know? You know what I mean? Probably don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, what the hell are you talking about? This star looks like the most stressful thing I've ever seen in my life. But, you know, I guess we just think differently. So yeah, we're coming up on actually another interesting red coin because of how I do it. So, in the theory task that Focus did, the way that he got this, well, not this red coin, but the one after this one, the way that he got this red coin is completely different from what I think is the much more viable strategy. Not that his strategy is inviable, it just adds a really hard jump, and a jump that you really don't want to do. My strategy just makes this art longer and more endurance, but like, because you have to do like a kind of hard part again, but like I think it's a lot more doable. Why can't I do this? I remember the strategy working, dude. Alright, fine, dude. I'll do it the lame way. No, I'm not doing it the lame way. Lame way's for lame people. Oh, I just wasn't high enough. Okay, so you want to be really high when you do this. Yeah. Really high, like that. Yeah. Okay. Really high. Okay. So you come over here and like you get over here. There's a Chuckya, but he's free to dodge. And then this part is like kind of weird. So you want to get this ledge grab here, but it just kind of lines up, so you can just do it like that, and boom, free ledge grab. Now for the interesting part. So normally what Focus did is he would QSLG all the way around this thing, so that way he could do, I think, is my mouse on screen? I'm pretty sure my mouse is on screen. He would get to this section here. I hope my mouse is where it's supposed to be, and he would like jump down with the QSLG and do some wall kicks up. I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, what I do is I get across this thing, and I land here, and now I'm just going to QSLG down. Cool. So now that's the first part. QSLG down, QSLG down, QSLG down, QSLG down. Because the jump that Focus did that I talked about is actually really precise and difficult, and I'm not consistent with it at all. It's really awkward, and I just don't like it because it's like really precise. Like I said, it's like I don't know how big the window is, so I'm not gonna say anything about it, but it's just difficult. So instead of doing that, what I do is I just jump down here, and I think that's a lot easier because then you just have to do like these kind of tricky jumps again. Oh, there we go. I finally died to that. Okay. You just have to do like these kind of hard jumps again. Oh, now I'm dying. This is what I was struggling. This is why I was struggling with intended. But these wall kicks will never fail me, I hope. Yeah. Alright, so I'm definitely doing wall kicks now. I went full circle there, like, hey, maybe intended, maybe the normal strat, maybe the red coin strategy is fine, and now I'm just like, nope, no it's not. It's clearly not. Okay, so don't go for that dumb side flip. So yeah, but as you can see, you know, you just gotta do, you have to do some repeated content, like you have to get to the roof again, instead of just being able to jump down, which is obviously, you know, not preferable, but I think it's a lot easier than the jump that Focus does, so I think this is a much better strategy in the long run. Yeah, get across here, get across here, yeah, now, one more time to do this last jump to the roof. Make sure to use the right visual cue instead of the wrong one that I was using the whole time. Yeah. I'm glad I made this video, because if I didn't, I probably would have just like levitated through some of the stuff and I wouldn't have realized that, like, oh, there's better strats for this or whatever. So yeah, I think it was actually a really good thing that I made this video, at least for myself, and I hope it was at least somewhat entertaining for you guys. It's definitely weird having to collect red coins again after playing KBRX. I'm used to playing games where stars weren't super long. Although KBRX did have some long stars, but like they were like 5 minutes at their longest. This game has like fucking hour-long stars at its longest. Much far cry from, you know, KBRX. But I still like this game a lot. This game is obviously really unpopular because it wasn't what people wanted. But I think it's a good game. Well, not a good game, but it's a fun game, in my opinion. It's definitely an acquired taste, though, and I can understand why it was so unpopular when it came out. But, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Well, I've been enjoying it. I'm not done with it. I still have so much more to do. So many more stars to grab. But, we'll do it. We'll get as many as I can. I really want to push this game far. I really want to get like 170 stars or something, or even more than that, but you know, you never know. I definitely want to get Course 12 red soon. I'm planning for that to be my 160th star. I think I'm going to do Everlasting Encore after this one, which I'm excited for, because it's something that Gian really wanted, and now I'm going to essentially be like doing it for him, like avenging him almost. You know, and I think that's kind of cool. Ah, oh, shit, died. That was a dumb way to die. We're nearing up on the ending, though. There's only 3 more red coins. 2 of them are right next to each other, by the way. So there's really only like 2 more red coins. One of them's gonna be kind of long to get to, though, because of like a reclimb, basically. It's a really small reclimb. It's just like redoing one jump. Well, it's more than one jump, but it's a very short reclimb. I'll have you know. But there is one more little reclimb left. Stage loves its mini reclimbs. Dude, get across. Please. Why couldn't I side flip? Where did my side flip go? Here. Get across here. Get across here. Get across here. You can QSLG even. That snippet's not a threat at all. Thankfully. I wouldn't want him to be a threat. There we go. Just a single jump. Yeah. So here's like the ending. Not up here. It's over there actually. Yeah, it's up here. I like saw the ledge and I'm like, can I reach it from up here? But nah. I didn't think you could, but it was good to try. So yeah, you get across here. And if this looks familiar, it's because if you've seen the panels star in this level, this is where panel spawns, and that star in the cage is star 6. Which was a bi-weekly task star, by the way, if you know what the bi-weekly is. And it was also, it's like the one that you can get from Course 13. I also had to essentially get to it for overall 3 red coins to make that 1 red coin doable or feasible, like by a human. And you can see like the little reclimb I'm talking about. You have to repeat these QSLGs. Or you can do wall kicks, but like I said, the wall kicks are very difficult. And that's actually what that cube you see there is for. You're supposed to do wall kicks onto that cube, and then you kick up the cube, and then you dive off the cube, and then you hopefully dodge the heave ho, because I don't think you can survive after getting flipped from that guy. There we go. Definitely a mess, and definitely not easy, and the QSOD strat is way more viable and doable. So, you know, that's the one that I'm going to be doing when I attempt to start inevitably, because I think the save state list this with save states completion has definitely shown you that it's doable, because, like, I've been dying a lot, yes, but, like, not too much, right? Like, it seems like there were some major problem points, but, like, with some ironing out and just, like, playing more carefully, which would naturally come with playing with save states, like, I could do it, right? At least that's how I feel. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's how I personally feel about this. Also, that looked like it wasn't going to walk it, but it did. Because it didn't look like I went all the way, like, with the angle I wanted. We're almost done, though. You know, you come up here, there's this part, which is, like, kind of what? Just like, hey, do some QSOGs, victory QSOGs. You can do that without QSOGs, though, I think, if you want. Get across here, watch out for the Goombas. Don't do that like that, actually. That's not the angle you want. And the reason why that's not the angle you want is because there's actually a heave-ho up here. Oh, don't die like that. So there's a heave-ho up here, and he's really dangerous. If you don't know how to dodge him, pretty much you just want to bait him. And then you can just QSLG once, and look, you're good. Get up here. Here's the last red coin. If this area looks familiar, it's because this is where Star 3 is. And then you just have to wait for the heave-ho one more time. Then you can just go down, step down, and then you just jump over here. I used the bad camera for that, by the way. The camera's, there's a way to avoid the bad camera there, but I won't show it to you because I don't really care. And there you go. There's the start. And that's course 11 reds with save states. It's called Parallel Tragedy, by the way. I'll go into the thing. That was a cool little, I think that was a cool little demonstration to show you the star and like some commentary. I'm more human than the theory tasks, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I might do this for more stars if you guys like this video, or like actually even watch it. I'm not expecting many views on this because it's with save states, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that was just a fun little video for me, and it was useful for me. So yeah, and I will see you guys when I get the star save state list. Bye.